Hi, welcome to Sass of Sabrina. This is the channel where I try one new thing a week and post however it turns out. I hope to inspire you to try something new of your own or make you laugh if my process is funny along the way. I post a new video every Tuesday. Please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I greatly appreciate your time. In this week's video, I am going to be building a door. I have a bunch of spare wood around the house and I have some hinges. So I'm just gonna see if what I have is possible to use to create a door. This is my in-floor heating. It's just an unfinished project. So as well as creating a door, I'm gonna be finishing the trim that goes along those two walls also. I've never done trim before either. It shouldn't be that hard because I don't think I have to do any mitered edges. I'm gonna measure and see what I have and go from there. I probably won't put that part on the video because that's boring. So I'll just update you once I know what I have where. Okay, so this is the piece of wood that I found around the house. And as you can tell, it's pre-finished. So I'm gonna have to buy a primer that will go over top of that so that I can paint it all the blue. I don't want it to stand out. I don't want it to be like a feature within the wall because it's actually a media wall that has enough stuff that stands out all on its own. So I really do just want it to blend in. So I've double checked all my measurements. I have a couple different hinge styles. So I'm just gonna have to grab those and figure out from there how this will hang and what type of width it'll need. I only have a handsaw, so I'm gonna go outside and cut that off camera. So I have the height cut, not the width, and I found all my different types of hinges. I have ones for cabinetry, and I have ones for doors and piano hinges. So I'm just gonna mess about and see which one might be the best to hang. Okay, so I have two of these style cabinet, and I think I'm gonna use those. So obviously I'm going to attach that at the back, and there's a 2x4 right there. Figure out if I need to add a strip of something right there. I can't have the door inset like that because it'll hit everything a little too closely. The door hinges are too big. Yeah, no. Okay, so in the end, I'm gonna go with 3 or 4 piano hinges. I totally might cheat. I might not cut it shorter on the one side. I might just attach the piano hinge to the 2x4 that's in the corner on this wall, and then attach it to the back. It'll still swing open. I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more and then decide from there. So instead of using a primer, I just had this gray chalk paint that covers any surface. That's what one coat looks like. So I pulled out the trim that I have. I do need to run to the store and buy more. I really feel like I need to put the trim that goes here on before I put the door on. I do want it on the wall there, and I do want it to go the full length of the wall. And I don't want it to impede the door from being able to fully open. So I just feel like that needs to happen first. So I don't have enough to make this meet the length. I am gonna go buy for that. I do feel like I'm doing it backwards. The full length would have fit there and I could have bought something for that. But I need this side done so that I know the width of the door, so then I know the length of this trim. It's kind of like a step-by-step process. So I'm liking that, and I do need to trim about an inch, inch and a half off of this side. And I think I'm gonna add the piano hinges, 3 of them up top, and then that's how I will open the door, just to swing it up. I will have to put a little piece of quarter round on the bottom to hide those little cutouts in the floor. I think I'm probably gonna paint the bottom of the door white to make it look like it's just blending in with the trim. So I'm gonna do some measuring and go from there. Okay, so I have it trimmed. I like the way it fits. I do need to do a paint touch-up and a glue repair touch-up. So that was the chip that was taken out by accident with my saw. I have it glued and dried, and I sanded it. Then I did a little bit of dap. So that's just done and drying. So next, I don't want to put any nails through this. I just don't think that this would take it very well. So I'm going to use the glue and the clamps. While I wait for this to dry overnight, I'm gonna go dap the corner trim that I've already done. So I don't know if you can see this, but when the floor was cut, it was cut quite short. So the trim currently is fitting in between the wall and the floor. I'm gonna go look around the house and see what I have. I do know I have some extra flooring and some trim and some shims. So I'm just gonna rummage around and see what would be the best thing. I don't even think that's a 1/2 inch. I did end up using some shims below this because the quarter round that is going right in front does cover up absolutely everything that is still showing. So I have some of the trim on the wall. Yes, I do realize I should have just spent the money and bought a new piece, as opposed to just a small piece that will fit in between. However, my waist not really got the best of me. So the quarter round piece is now dry, and that little paint touch up that I had to do is now underway. So I'm gonna mark the line for where it's gonna look like it's supposed to be trim. So I've painted the blue, and I'm just moving along to the white. I've done the blue touch-ups on the wall. So it's actually not going to be a door anymore. I just can't make the hinges work with how tightly I want the trim to be around the panel. So I'm literally just gonna screw it into place. It still needs some paint touch-ups, and I still need to finish the trim. Now for the quarter round. Okay, dab. Now I'm gonna let that dry and come back. So that was the last coat of paint. There might be a few touch-ups that I need to do, but this is my first time doing trim, and it was supposed to be a door that turned into a panel, and I liked it, and I did it all without using power tools. Thank you so much for watching my video.